Here we go. Pac-Man. Waiting.
All day, every day, any day.
Miles Sanders' first carry of the game. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
5-9, 5-9. Wait,
On second and 9, Wentz looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now Wentz to try again after the pick 6. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Here's Wentz to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
87, 87.
He's cracked. He's checking crack.
Throwing is Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Hey, watch the slant.
From the gun on third down, Wentz looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. Here we go on fourth down with Wentz. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Number 53, Mike 53. Hey, watch the slant.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram.
Kill.
There goes Mark Ingram. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 40 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll...
Then he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Matt Judon in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Slam, slam, slam.
Hey, wahoo!
Now Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Here's Jackson. He's going deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
218, chop.
A first carry now for Jordan Howard. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
14, 82, 14. Go, go. Hey, Charlie. Protein spill.
This is Howard on 2nd down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, check, check. 3 down, 3 down.
Here we go. Back. 180.
Let him know. Let him know.
Tyson. 357.
Double.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And he connects with Ertz. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. An Eagle first down there. Wentz to Ertz. And the names that end in TZ. Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running with Howard. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jalen Ferguson coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, this is Howard. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And he will find his man on the outside. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Wentz. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And Jeffrey's got it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia. From the red zone now, Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
On 2nd down now, it's Howard. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as they are now on the board here in the 1st half.
And Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything, and the end result, the short touchdown run. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there, so that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
They run with Howard, and he will find the end zone again, so he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this 1st half of action. And he's going to keep it here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Let's bring it. Check safety, check safety. Check. 53's mine.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Jackson on 1st down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson, this one complete to Ingram. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this 1st half. They've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. Jackson now. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal.
Mike, 53. 53.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the first half as the Ravens push further out in front.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot, to account for him as a runner. And he's able to tuck it and go for the end zone and get it done.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Oh, just like that. Just like that. Check 52. Let's go. Let's go.
And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. He's going deep for Brown, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 53 is mine. Hey,
You better bring it.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They'll try again with Howard. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Boy, it's only a 1-score game. 3rd quarter, mind you, but they're going to go for the onside kick right here. Well, it looked like the Eagles got this back. Yes, Philadelphia football. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influence that's going into the head coach's ear.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Wentz now 9 of 17 through the year. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That's it, baby.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On 2nd and 2, Wentz. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey there to make the grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
I'm coming after you. Switch.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Got a man. It's Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown. 72 yards, and the Ravens have taken the lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score
and down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Patrick Owasor, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. To try again after the sack. Wentz, and he will find his man on the outside. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more, plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the gun, Jackson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on fourth down. Let's see what's in store here. On fourth down, Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. To throw on second and 6, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Again, it's Howard. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 9-yard touchdown there as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Critical extra point up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Well, that sets up a big 3rd down. Now the decision has to be, do you run it here and play for OT, or do you go ahead and press it downfield?
Shift. Off. Go. Motion. Mike, 53. Mike. Watch the screen.
This time Jackson will throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Clock still rolling here. 4th down.
Yeah, they got to remember they cannot spike it. 4th down, as you noted.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Throwing now is Jackson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
53. I'm going to come back to you.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Mike, 53. Mike. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Check.
Jackson to throw. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Check 26, Jim Field.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 48-yard line.
Mike, 36. Mike, 36.
Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
48. Hey, Phil. Hey, 4-2, Phil. Check 48 to Mike. Check 48 to Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wentz. But that's complete to Sanders. Past the 20. Oh, big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.